What's up guys, Squid Dude here, and today I have a trick and tip video for you based on fishing swivels. What they are, how to use them, how to set up certain types of builds, and the advantages they have. So if you are on Instagram or a builder on Instagram, recently there's been a surplus of builders out there who have been using fishing swivels. The first person I saw use a fishing swivel was Twisted Messes on his Staggered Fuse Clapton build tutorial over on his YouTube channel. And since then, a guy by the name of M Turk on Instagram has really taken off with that idea. And he's a sole swivel builder is what I would call it, as opposed to, say, freehand building. He recently started a YouTube channel called Pristine Builds. He's got a couple tutorials up there already. They're all swivel based, so I recommend checking out those videos to get a little bit more details on kind of what he's doing with them. For this video, I'm just going to go over some basic information and hopefully it's useful. So in this video, we will of course be using a drill, and you'll want to have some core wires. In this case, I'm using 26 gauge Anarchist competition wire. You'll also need your Clapton outside wire, and I will be using 36 gauge Nichrome 80 from Twisted Messes, some wire cutters, and of course you will need your swivels. What is most important about these swivels is that you get ball bearing swivels. Ones that are non-ball bearing, they can still be used, however they'll burn up pretty quickly. I also grabbed this little hook dealie. I'm not a fisherman, so I have no idea what it is or what it's called, but it looked like it would work well to anchor the swivels to and anchor to something. I will be using a vise to anchor the swivels to, but there's all kinds of different ways you can mount the swivels as long as they are elevated up off the work surface you are using. Alright, so I just mounted my swivels to the vise, and what I've done is I combined 3 swivels together, and the reason why you want to do that is because in case one of the swivels snags up on you, you have a fail-safe. So the core wire, it will always keep spinning freely. If one of these snag up on you and stop, then whatever core wire you are using, it's going to twist on you. So the whole idea with these fishing swivels is to allow the core to rotate freely, but it also allows you to pull tension on that core. And by pulling tension on that core, you're able to do whatever kind of Clapton you're doing faster and typically cleaner. So it's a huge advantage, and it's very easy to use. So on this first piece of wire, we're just going to do a regular Clapton with a single core. So once you have your single core hooked to the fishing swivel, you just want to make sure that you insert it into the chuck of your drill as centered as possible. And once that's good to go, really you don't even have to take your outside wire off the spool. You can just gently hold it in your hand and you're good to go. So to set up a fused Clapton, all you gotta do is cut one long piece of wire and go ahead and thread it through the end of the fishing swivel and just loop it at the end and put the free ends in the chuck and you're good to go. So that's the swivel technique. We just did a Clapton and a fused Clapton, but the swivel method can be used for any type of Clapton, be it an alien Clapton, a fused Clapton, a staple coil, etc. I myself and a few other builders I know, we all have our own opinions on the use of swivels, but it's an extremely useful and helpful method for some of those builders out there who might not be as talented doing it freehand, or especially using the higher gauge wires. The swivel technique is fantastic. It's easy and it's easy to pick up on. So good luck with your swivel builds, and we'll see you next time.